Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, as you guys can see here, it's shitty outside. It's cold, it's wet, it's gloomy. You really can't drive spiritedly. You have to be paying attention to what you're doing, especially if you have summer tires on. The weather out here in Chicago is pretty bad, but it's actually perfect weather to kind of do a sit-down discussion video where I base my opinions on a topic to help you guys out, especially those of you who are looking to pick up an FRS, a BRZ, or an 86, or for those of you who maybe have not done your first modifications. I think this video will help you guys out. Now, we're going to be talking about the top 5 mods you should be doing to your FRS, BRZ, or 86 if you guys have not done any of these already. Now, this is going to be my point of view, my opinions on this, and this is for somebody who potentially might be going down the forced induction route. Now, that being said, let's get right into it. So the first mod that I think every single FRS 86 BRZ owner should do is get a header and a tune. Now, these are going to be kind of coupled together. Now, I actually did not do this. This was not my first mod. This is probably my 3rd or 4th modification that I've done to this car, and that's exactly why I'm boosting this up to number 1. Now, the reason why getting a header and a tune is something that you guys should definitely consider doing, especially if you daily the car, is it's going to add a significant amount of power to your vehicle if you guys are in the higher RPMs. Now, if you guys are running an unequal length or an equal length header manifold, the unequal length header is going to give you a little bit more power in the lower end RPMs, and the equal length header is going to give you a little bit more power in the higher end of the RPMs. But at the same time, they pretty much do the same exact thing. Now, on top of that, they do add a nice boxer rumble. I have an unequal length header on my car, so it's going to be adding that nice boxer rumble, which I think 99% of the 86 owners love. I know I love it, but it's something that definitely boosts the power of your car. Now, if you guys do not have headers on your car right now, I'm telling you this, from the butt dyno, not official numbers, from a butt dyno, you will be able to pull in this vehicle significantly harder in 5th and 6th gear. Now, if you have this car stock without an aftermarket, I can't even speak, without an aftermarket head unit, there is absolutely no pulling in 5th or 6th gear. This car, it is sluggish in 5th or 6th gear, which I'm not complaining about, but going ahead and swapping out your header and getting a tune for that header is going to greatly, impact your ride quality, and it's going to make the vehicle a lot more fun and a lot more linear to drive. And that's exactly why that's, in my opinion, is going to be the number 1 modification you should do to your car as soon as you get it, or at least, on your top of your agenda when you guys are modifying your vehicle. Now, I have a CNT unequal length header. It's very similar to the Tomei unequal length header. I know a lot of guys like Tomei. You can also get a JDL unequal length header, or whatever aftermarket header you guys like. That sounds good, that's within your budget, but I would actually get a quality header. I'm actually going to be upgrading my header to either a JDL unequal length header or maybe even a Tomei unequal length header. It depends on if I decide to turbo my car or supercharge it. So I'm kind of waiting. I have a little bit of time. I have about 2 months, I had to make my decision on that. Now, for the number 2 modification you guys should do with an FRS 86 or BRZ is going to be your suspension, and that's going to be wheels and tires. Now, this is something that I actually did not do with this car off the rip. Now, getting wheels and tires on this car is going to drastically impact how this whole vehicle drives, this whole vehicle feels, whole vehicle operates for the better. Now, if you guys are spirited drivers, I highly recommend you guys getting some wider, stickier tires than the stock, Prius tires that are on this vehicle currently. And also lower your car at least 1 inch. 1 inch on springs. TRD springs are fantastic. iBot Pros are fantastic. Or maybe going ahead and getting coilovers so you can adjust it yourself is a fantastic option. But getting good suspension and good tires are going to be something that you guys need to go ahead and do immediately after you guys get headers, or honestly you can bump that up to number 1 depending on if you just absolutely hate these stock tires or hate whatever tire setup you have on your car right now. Now on my car, I have Michelin Pilot 4S tires. I have a 225 by 45 17 in the front, and I have a 245 40 by 17 in the rear, and let me tell you, they hook up. The only negative about these tires is if you're in weather conditions like I am right now, when it's cold and it's rainy, you're going to have to drive, for the weather. You're going to have to be careful. You're going to have to drive a little bit slower because these tires do not like to hook up nearly as well, especially if it's cold or damp out. But when it is nice outside, it's dry, it's at least 50 degrees, these tires are absolutely fantastic, and something that I think every single 86 owner should go ahead and upgrade to. Now, for my third modification that I would do to this car, if I were to go ahead and do everything, over and in this certain order, is I would go ahead and get an aftermarket exhaust. Now, an aftermarket exhaust, obviously, that's going to be, your own preference, whether you want to have it loud and screaming or a deep rumble. Now, personally, I like to have a mixture of both. Now, the aftermarket exhaust that I have on my car is going to be I have the REMARK quad tip catback exhaust, which is perfect for my liking. I like my car to be, on the louder end. I like to have it being a deeper rumble, but at the same time, I don't care about it having a little bit of drone because I don't daily my vehicle technically. So, it's not really that big of a deal, but there's plenty of aftermarket exhaust options you can go with. There's plenty of YouTube videos with literally thousands of aftermarket exhaust options you can go with, and I think that's something that you guys should definitely consider, and why that's going to be my third kind of mod on my list on what I would do as soon as you get your vehicle. Now, for number 4, the fourth modification I would actually do to your car is going to be a new shift knob. Now, I'm going to be going on a limb that you have a manual FRS or BRZ 86. Now, I would get a weighted shift knob if you guys haven't gotten one already. It's going to make it feel that the throws are going to be a lot shorter. It's going to make it feel that the shifter is more notchy, and it's going to make it feel that it's going to be easier to get your shifter in the correct gear, especially if you guys are driving fast and if you guys are trying to rev match, downshift, all that nice stuff you can do with a manual. Like I said, I'm going on a limb that you guys have a manual FRS BRZ 86, and in my opinion, this is going to be the 4th modification you should do with your car, and something that you really cannot go wrong with. Now, I have a BulletWorks red weighted shift knob. I completely forgot the weight of my knob, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's at least 3 times heavier than the stock shift knob, and it feels absolutely amazing. Now, the only problem with this shift knob is when it does get cold outside, the temperature that it is outside is going to match that shift knob. So if it's cold outside, hey, this shift knob is going to be ice cold. So that's something you guys have to look out for, but at the same time, it really isn't that big of a deal. Now, the final modification that I would make to your FRS BRZ 86 is going to be some type of exterior mod of your choice, whether that be an aftermarket spoiler, an aftermarket ducktail, duck lip spoiler, whatever you guys are trying to do. I would just go ahead and do that. Just something, a nice little appearance mod, nothing too crazy like a big ass wing, but something subtle that's really nice, because obviously a body kit, for the top 5 mods, I don't really consider that being, a good investment, unless, you absolutely love the car and you just want to go ahead and throw that on there before you guys get into forced induction. Now, I actually have a carbon fiber duckbill spoiler, on the back of my car. It's low profile, it's subtle, but it kind of gives the car that extra, oomph, it makes it look a little bit nicer, in my personal opinion, and, I absolutely love it. So that's going to be my top 5 modifications that I would do to, the 86 Twins. Now, number 6, obviously, is going to be forced induction. Now, if you guys are going to boost your car, I'd say within the first year, I'd actually go ahead and boost my car before I put on any aftermarket appearance mods. I would get all the supporting modifications done first and then boost it, rather than going ahead and doing the appearance mods first. But you know, I have a couple appearance mods in my car before I decided to, you know, go ahead and boost it, or will be boosting it. And I kind of want to make a video, you know, talking about all that and, you know, what I would do in the near future. Now, that was kind of crazy. I don't see a cop around, but yeah. Let me know down in the comment section right now, you know, your opinions on, you know, what mods you should do off the rip in your car, and also, you know, what you guys have done to your car, man. I mean, my car is, it's not really stock, but, you know, it looks stock, which honestly, I don't really care. The biggest deal is, for me, is, you know, what's going to be under the hood. I mean, I'm probably going to keep my car stock body, honestly. Actually, I am going to keep my car stock body, but, you know, obviously go ahead and add force induction. That's something that, you know, that's just my personal preference. I like the low profile look. I like the subtle look. And, you know, that's exactly why I have, you know, modified my car the way I've done it so far. So, like I said, let me know what you guys have done to your cars, and